Let's see if I can make this fairly quick. Today's Thursday. Brian was off, but he somehow has an injury to his toe, and it's all swollen and painful, so he made an appointment. He thought it was for today, but when he got there, they said it was for next month. If it's that painful and you actually go to a doctor for it, why would you make one so far away? So he went to a doc in the box, like a urgent care, and they gave him, it's really infected. There's a lot of infections going on around here. And they gave him an antibiotic. And he said, in a half day time, it's already feeling just a little better. But he's a nurse, and generally, he's on his feet a lot. Now, if he can luck out and do the paperwork type part, I had a job like that where I worked for a city in planning and zoning. I was a code enforcement officer. Like people don't cut their grass or they have derelict crap all over their yard. You find out who lives there and take a picture of it in case it ever has to go to court, and you send them a letter and give them some time. And if they don't fix the problem, then you send them a letter to go to court or whatever. A warning like, hey, people, this town has some rules. You can't just have crap everywhere. So I had that kind of job for a while. Why did I even mention that? I don't even know. My brain's already half asleep. Anyway, so I watched the little fella, and Spencer was in school. And I went with Brian and Sebastian. We picked up Spencer. Stopped by the grocery store, and Spencer wanted me to hold him the whole time. He's getting heavy. He's over 30 pounds. So part of the time I made him walk, and part of the time I held him. He's feeling kind of insecure. He kept telling me, I love you, Nana. I don't know. He must be worried about me dying. I don't know what they're saying over there, but Spence had the same type of bacterial infection as I have. And I looked it up. Can bacterial infection be contagious, like a viral infection? Yes, it's very, very infectious. So I think he and I have been passing this back and forth for a while. So I'm putting myself on quarantine for the next few days because I don't have to do anything, don't have to watch anybody for the next few days. So I'm going to put myself on quarantine. If I feel like doing something, I'll either go outside in the sunshine, but it's supposed to rain 3 or 4 days from now. It's supposed to rain for 3 days. So those are the days I'll probably clean and clean and clean till I get all sweaty and deodorize and disinfect and as much as I can, air out the place and all that. We got to get this crap out of here. We don't want to pass this back and forth anymore. So Brian's got medicine and I have medicine. Spencer has medicine. Gee whiz. But we're trying to take care of it all. I've got my little humidifier thingy going and a little fan going, air purifier. I do have the window open a little bit, about this much, to let some air in. It'll be cool or cold air, but it's okay. What else is there to say? Not a whole lot. I luckily had made a couple meals the other night when I made something. So I had the other one to fall back on and I didn't have to cook. Just pulled it out and heated it up. Tomorrow I will probably make schnitzel with bratwurst, where you take it out of the skin, you roll it flat, dip it in flour and egg, and make the fried schnitzel part. And then I'm going to have egg dumplings and green beans, I think. I'll make 2 dinners of that. Oh, and raw cabbage. For some reason, I don't mind eating raw cabbage. The green one. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And I may or may not go just get a couple things in the morning. Trader Joe's has a really good price on eggs. But if you don't show up at 8 o'clock when they open up, by 8:20 or 8:30, they're pretty much out. That's when everybody goes, apparently. So that and some half and half. I don't drink milk. So I figure if I use half and half either in my coffee or in my drinking cereal or in a mix that I make, that's just as good, if not better. I don't know. I'm taking my medicine like I'm supposed to. And I've got a wet, damp washcloth. I put some Listerine on it, that mouthwash stuff. It's a bacterial. Lister is like a bacteria. Anti-Lister, which is Listerine, it's like a medicine to eradicate it, is on this damp washcloth I have next to the bed in a little plastic dish, so that if I start breathing through my mouth or need moisture air or something, then I can put it over my face, or if I feel hot, I can put it around my neck, and have a bottle of water. I kind of want to watch stuff on YouTube, but I don't know if I'd... no. Kitty Cat's already on the edge of the bed here. He's hunkered down. And Spencer and I played up in the... well, it's upstairs. There's a big bedroom that the previous owners decorated. It looked like a castle. They have like a ramp and a little cubby house type thing up. And you can go under the ramp and then over the ramp up to the ceiling, and he's got a little car table and little marble works, and we were playing that today. And he's having a hard time getting along at school. If he doesn't want to do something, he gets in trouble. Like he starts to lash out and hit when they were playing outside, and the teacher said they had to line up and go in, and he didn't want to. And I guess he lashed out and he gets into trouble, and the teacher got a big grudge against this darling, sweet kid. And so I talked to him about that. I said, how come you got in trouble? And he goes, well, I didn't want to come in. I said, oh. I said, you know how Daddy tells you when you're at school, you're part of the team at school? When you're at home, you're part of the team at home? I said, when you're around people, you have to kind of get along, If everybody's going in, or everyone's going to take a nap, you have to kind of be quiet and just, be there. Oh, okay. And I said, I know what it's like. I don't always want to do stuff either. But sometimes they don't know you don't want to do it. And you have to tell them. Like if he was on the playground the other day and these older kids were playing tag on the playground equipment. And Spencer just told him, I don't want to play tag. And they left him alone, which is good. I said, see, now, you can communicate. Communication is very, very important. All through your whole life. When you're little, and even when you're a grown-up. People have to communicate. You can't expect other people to know what you're thinking. It's hard when you think stuff so hard you think you've already told someone. I had the same issues when I was a kid. So we had a good talk and a good play, and then Mommy came home. It's upstairs, this room. It's right above this bedroom, actually. And Mommy came home. He was looking out the window. We were watching the sunset, and we saw her car slow down and the blinker on to pull in the driveway. And he goes, oh, Mommy's home. I said, yeah, she is. I said, let's wait and let's wait right here and see if she sees us. And she did. And he says, Mommy. So I said, okay, well, let's put things aside so you can go down and have supper. So, yeah, I like my situation here. I really do. It's better than being homeless, and it's better than a lot of situations I could be in. I don't know what's going to happen this next month, how long it's going to take to get rid of this crap, whether or not I'll even be able to go to Modesto because if I'm sick, or even down if they call me in for let's make a deal, which I, at this point in time, don't think so, unless they call you at the last minute. But, yeah, I've got a little bit of drainage in my throat, and I feel like coughing, because the last week, all I did was cough, trying to get rid of the problem. I have to learn to not. It's kind of when you're an actor and you're on stage and you have a cough in the back of your throat or a tickle. You can't cough unless your character is able to cough. And then you have to do it in character. I know that sounds weird, but that's kind of how it is. How long have I talked? Too long, I'm sure. Oh my God, 10 minutes. See, you can can still hear something. I better get to bed. I have a little tiny to-do list in my head. Will I remember it? I don't know, but it's all around me. Clothes on the floor. I can talk about that some other time, like things that people that have ADHD do that I don't know if other people do it or not. And I was just thinking, taking some quiz online of what spirit animal I am or something. It was almost 200 questions. Then it said they'll email it to me. It's like, oh yeah, they're going to ask for money. So, fuck it. Anyway, I can't just do anything simply anymore. Everybody has their hand out. And the government has their hand in your pocket. So, gas is very expensive. It's gone up. It's like $4.60 for the cheap stuff. A gallon. Food's going up again. It's a good thing I know how to make things from scratch, from rice and beans and the cheap things that you can buy. I mean, they're more expensive too, and if I find a good deal on meat, I can stretch it and make several things with it. I'm delighted to know that I know how to cook. Maybe I should put some videos out there of, you only have so much money? Let's go find something that we can make into many meals. Maybe I'll do that sometime. That sounds like a good idea. Although I'll probably stabbing myself in the foot doing that, because everyone else do it and there won't be any cheap stuff left. Although I did find some really, really cheap end-cut bacon. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. $2.47. I've got like several meals worth of bacon. Many. It's beautiful. Anyway, how much does it anyway? Maybe 3 pounds? Upward and onward.